All right, you're back again, are you? Well, I gotta say, you got some good taste, my friend. Really appreciate you clicking on my video, and here we go. We're going on with another episode of this wonderful game. This intricate, fascinating, enthralling, hypnotizing game. There's so much going on. You're playing 37 games of chess now at once. It's gone up from the ancient era when there wasn't much to do because you only had a couple of guys, but now we got armies, we got knights, we got crossbowmen, we got men at arms, we got musketmen, we got barbarians to deal with, we've had one unsuccessful war with the Greeks, and Rome didn't win every war they fought. The Germans handed them their gladius and told them to get the hell out, but we are going to conquer the Gauls. Like, I got walls up, but you saw when we unified the Italian peninsula that yes, walls are a nuisance, but they can be overcome. We still have our nice siege tower over here. It's slowly making its way. We're about to get our archers in position. We are, of course, at this time gathering our knights. We got the nationalism, so we can form units now into corps, and then when we get mobilization in a few techs, we'll be able to form them into armies. Their potency will go up, but we have to build it. We got to make it happen. Now we're working on it. We're trying to up our production in different ways. Again, making a synergy of different strategies that have allowed us to go neck and neck in science here with the Gauls. And it is very challenging and fun to see that the Gauls are not being left behind in the dust by us Romans in the science category. That they have 366 military is no slouch either, so they're going to be quite an adversary. I would love to have ancient walls in Caesar Augusta before we go to war, because it leaves it quite vulnerable there. And these two towns are in vulnerable positions because they're on the other side of the mountains. But that also gives us a nice buffer zone, so I thought it would be strategically wise to extend as far as we can against the Gauls. So now, in 3 turns, we're going to have an armory. Now, we can't declare war without grievous victories against Gaul for another 4 turns anyway. But we may even prolong that longer, unless he declares war on us, which is always a possibility. For now, what we're going to do is going to just gather our forces in Arretium and just fortify them there. We can try to make corps while we can. And if we go to war with the Gauls, we're going to go into total war mode. That means every city that we have will be dedicated to the war once they finish whatever they're doing now. I'll let them finish whatever they're working on now, because we need it, whatever it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't have programmed them to do it. I'm coming down here to defend Valletta. She doesn't have any ships that can fight these guys, and she is our city-state, so we're going to do what we should, what justice would demand of a dignified and just Roman such as myself. The great Pope of Rome, Pope Julius Caesar. That sound means that something happened with Spy. Well, Rome needs more housing. Okay. New deals available? Okay. He wants horses. Yeah, good luck with that, pal. Enemy spy captured. A spy from the Gallic Empire was captured during a siphoned funds mission in the city of Antium. What? 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 Oh my God, we gotta get spies. We gotta have spies against the Gauls. We've gotta have spies. Lordy, lordy, we gotta have spies. Ancient walls in our Arpinum, so no Gauls are gonna be able to mess with us down here in Arpinum. Okay, what do we want down here? Well, keeping with our scientific hopes for scientific victories, I would like to have a nice campus down here. Now, one thing to consider is if we can have a campus that can interact with the city near us. Because Paduli, for instance, could buy some tiles, well, I mean, that was wrong. This is what I want. Like come down here and you could have a campus here. These are maybe not close enough, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if Mediolanum can get any more. Oh, it was already there. Okay. Alright, well, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think adjacency with all these different cities. So if I did a campus, if I did a campus here and Mediolanum did a campus, oops. Oh, I can't do it. I can do it after this guy does his thing out here. That's why I did it. She's got 20% off districts, and this guy lets you build another district in there. So now we can build a campus, you see? Isn't that great? Okay. Like I said, could build a campus here, and this guy could build a campus here. This guy won't be able to participate. He's too far away. But if we put another city down here, and we can put another campus down here, I'm going to try that. Potato McWhiskey's always talking adjacency. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but let's do it. I'm going to put a campus down there, and then I'm going to go back to the industrial zone, of course. All right, then I'm going to put a campus. Okay, there's that one there. I'm going to put one here, right next to it. It doesn't have any adjacency. I'm going to create it. And then I want to settle another city if I can. Down here, I'm going to hit the settler lens. Yeah, I can. Maybe on the coast. Right here. Or here. Well, a little closer to these guys. 1, 2, 3. Just so I can make another one here. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Look right on this wine. Yeah, that's not a bad place. The wine. Have a nice coastal city there, another coastal city here. So I have to go through another expansion of settlers, because you never should stop settling. And Rome is wicked expansive. Just wants to gobble up as much territory by settling, mostly because they had a lot of legionnaires, right? They would fight in the armies, and they want to retire. And, being Romans, they loved their legionnaires, but they didn't want to live near them. So they would give them land in conquered territories and go live out there. You can give it to you for free, right? Oh, that's good. We only need 28 more niter to upgrade this type of unit. That's good. Probably need 128. Do that poor warrior that's still waiting to be upgraded, man. Okay, we're gonna do great things with that camp there. And we're going to get 545 big dollars from that raid. Thank you. I don't know, can we dare to get a galley from here? Let's try it, see what happens. Oh yeah, he gets killed. Nice. If only Sinbad were over here, man. Seriously. Sinbad, where the hell are you, brother? You just kind of wandering around over here in the east? Where the hell are all the barbarians over here? This is a waste of time when you have 1 million barbarians over there. You got 5 more turns. Can you get over here? It's a long, long way to Tipperary. That's what? Oh, it's hard to see those numbers. 5 turns to there. How many turns over here? Where do I gotta go? All the way. Yeah, I gotta go all the way over here, and you can't circumvent, or circumnavigate, I should say, the world. Yeah, it's only, what, 15 turns? You get over here and make $1 million, and it'd take him the whole game to get over here. Alright, we'll do that. We'll send him on his way. He can come and mop up for these guys. Okay, he's programmed to come over here. Which, of course, means I don't want to kill that guy. So, we'll go this way. I talk so much, I'm getting a little hoarse. Doing all these episodes. I've been doing kind of a marathon today. I got to work this week, so I kind of want to get something to watch. So I'm trying to do a marathon tonight. Having a great night. Hope you are, wherever you are. I got a big smile on my face, if you could see me. A big smile. This game just makes me feel good. You know, the whole election buzz is going on, and I'm kind of disheartened by all that. I used to be very politically aware, especially as a very young person. There were all the assassinations in the late 60s and early 60s, and I was just a little kid, but I do remember it all, and I was quite politically minded. I was a pacifist from a very early age. I was a pacifist, avowed pacifist at 12. So I was against the war and all that before it became popular. But I don't know, it was sort of in the air in those days, so I picked it up as a kid. I guess I was artistically sensitive even then. Yeah, this is a total waste of a galley. There's nothing I can do about it. There's no way Sinbad can get there in time. It'll stop him from attacking my musket man up there. That's good. Did want this guy to kind of heal up. Okay, that's right. He's healing. He's got a limited lifespan, so. I would like to survive if I could, but I don't think I can. This guy wants to get a promotion. Plus 10 combat strength. That sounds good. Then he can come home. Upgrade. Kill that barbarian. Maybe. Rather have Sinbad do it and get money. Okay, here comes the Catholic horde. They really want to cause my Taoism to be a thing of the past. I got Hindus in the east. Look at that. Isn't that something? I want to save up for Hercules, but they're not letting me do it. I've got to get some missionaries to go out there. I only got enough for a missionary, so I got to go out there and start converting towns before I lose my religion completely. And then I won't have all those pluses for wonders and all that. So I kind of want to keep my religion, and I never get to. These heathens always come sweeping into my land and convert me from the glorious wisdom and subtlety of Taoism to their Eastern Orthodox. I mean, I don't mind Hinduism so much. It's very imaginative and beautiful and true. So, that was my first love, was Hinduism. But, my first love was Catholicism, because I was Roman Catholic and I loved it. I still love it. I have nothing against it. As far as me, I'm concerned, my best friend growing up was a priest. I got no problem with that. I have a problem with the dynamic sickness that seems to be pervasive. I don't know if I care to, elucidate more on that situation. It's very Roman. Thinking you're better than other people and getting addicted to the power and prestige, and that's all kind of a strange and twisted thing that if you look closely into the phenomenon like that, you start to see some truths that are not revealed by Orthodox religion about people. And one great truth is the earth is not a sinful place waiting to destroy your soul. It's as much an expression of the divine as everything else. And once we figure that out, then we won't take the pleasures of the earth and of human life and make them into the devil's trump card. Maybe we might be able to get a little bit more healthy about our expression of sensuality and our appreciation of the fruits and resources of nature without exploiting them or wasting them with undue, with too much, I think it's really, that's why I devoted my life to the idea of feminine divinity, or the divinity of nature, and in a sense, the divinity of human life, not just life in heaven or in other dimensions or higher dimensions of blessedness, where there is no human nature. It's just, angelic nature. And, I think we give human nature a bad name with our unevolved religious dogma. Of course, they don't do that in Taoism. It's a whole nother deal. More subtle, more nature-centered, especially the I Ching is a collection of nature symbology. Because there are great lessons to be learned from nature, because guess what? It's divine. It's perfect. It's a totality. That's what I mean by divinity. A totality. The poetic mind of the universe is not a human mind, right? It's the mind of the totality of the universe, which is certainly not human. The human experience is kind of the opposite of that, on purpose, I think. Guess where old King Arthur's going? Yoink, up to Iridium, our little outpost that is soon to be having an armory, and probably get some air score for that because it'll be the first one. And here's another piking shot, of course, but he's not coming up against a wimpy warrior. 6 more niter, please remember me when the niter comes rolling in, please. I'm being converted to Catholicism. I'm starting to think I'm better than everybody else. I'm going out and feeding the poor, though, and I'm trying to help disabled people, and I'm taking old people bowling and stuff. I'm trying to feed the poor, but I'm also believing in mythic heroes of the past, cultural heroes, that if you don't believe in them, then you're going to go to hell and all that kind of stuff. And kind of liked Hercules. I'm sorry I can't believe in him anymore, because I can only believe in one cultural hero from 30 years before the destruction of the Jewish temple, and that's it. He's the Beatles of the prophets. He's a better prophet than Moses. Got Moses beat by a long time. He came to save his people, but, Moses, he had his problems, you know what I mean? He had his frailties. Got mad, threw the people in a pit because they didn't follow the 10 Commandments. They followed the golden calf. And, he had other troubles. He couldn't cross over and all that. But Jesus, he crossed over all right. No problem. Jesus was better than Hercules. I mean, it's debatable, of course. But according to the Christians, he was heroic like Hercules. But he wasn't just a made-up story. He was a real thing, because those Romans went and saw that mystery play, and they said it was real, so they went back to Rome, and they said, no, it's real. This guy really existed. But if they had gone, talked to the people who performed the play, they would have been informed that it was a spiritual allegory based on Dionysus, Osiris, Mithras, Zoroaster, Stoicism, a little bit of Greek philosophy thrown in, Hellenistic philosophy, a little bit of Buddhist philosophy, and maybe even a little bit of Confucius. I mean, Confucius, the Taoist sage, did say, do unto others as they would have, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The old golden rule, which is kind of like number one hit for Jesus, but Confucius said it 500 years before Jesus, but that's okay. I think that's true. They might have been contemporaries. I don't know. I mean, a myth is as good as a mile. I mean, Confucius isn't any more necessarily historical than anybody else, although I think that Confucius, there might be some a case for saying that he was actually a historical person, but I don't know. Like I said, like Napoleon said, history is just written by the winners, so it's whatever the winners want to say is true, right? So I thought we were playing a game here. Oh yeah, we're playing the game of losing this galley. All right, try to get away. Don't attack. Maybe they'll let you go. You must attack, even though you don't have any help, because you're that warrior buddy. I don't know. He likes just hanging out in Mediolanum. He doesn't want to do anything. This guy, I guess, is going to take over the exploring duties for the east, as good old Sinbad comes back here and tries to take on this guy before he loses all his charges in the east, because there's nothing out there. There's no barbarians out here, but there's 1 billion of them over here. So come on. Come on and get him. Then get your butt to the farther west and get all those other ones that are destroying my galley as we speak. Thus the destruction. Look at all those guys. Can you imagine Sinbad over there gobbling those guys up and getting $500 for every one of them? Oh my God. I should have went over there in the first place with him. I should have a nice little port city on that side. Then I could just kind of flash him over there. Hello, gentle eruption. Isn't that nice? Now we can see if it does any damage on the city. Might do a little. Isn't that nice? Look at those animating people making that nice mountain. Those gray shoulders of the mountain with them, like the mountains that are around them. It's all part of the one mountain, but that's a lot of mountains. If you went to try to walk that, it would take you days. You go up those first steep slopes and then get to the top of that summit. Then you'd have to go down the other side, and then there's another one that you'd have to go right up. And then there's another huge cliff, and they keep getting bigger and bigger. That'd be quite the mountain to try to climb. It'd take you forever. Okay. What gunpowder did for war, the printing press has done for the mind. Wendell Phillips. Thank you, Wendell. It's a very nice sentiment. Forbidden City? +6 wild card policy slot, maybe? Baby? Must be built on flat land adjacent to a city center. Well, I think we might just be able to do quite that very thing. Perhaps look at the list of different wonders. There's already a wonder here, so we don't want to do 2 wonders, do we, in the same city? Well, maybe not. We do want a compass to keep drilling down the science. We can do it because we got that special charge that allows us to do it. Here we got, I think we got as far as we can go here. We do not want to switch to +4 amenities. Sweet mother of industrial zones. Might be good doing industrial. How can we do with military guys now up here? Can we get military? Oh, can we get a military engineer up here? Oh, of course we can, because we got that armory. Get knights in 5 turns, crossbowmen in 6 turns. Privateer, that'd be good to have, but he'd be stuck there. He doesn't have the Sinbad flash thing. Men-at-arms in 5, pike and shot in 8. I think we found our military in production center, and there's something to be said for, like I said, I wasn't too pleased with this game because nothing was happening, and we were already out of the early game, and it was still kind of sluggish, and it is, and it was, and it still is. We still have a ways to go, but by jingo, I think I'm going to have to say we're getting there. I'll make this one, for now, the mighty military power. We got a couple of military engineers. They can help out here or there. They got things they can do. They can help you with aqueducts or baths and stuff. Yeah, this poor guy's not getting out of here. Look at the piles and piles of barbarians. That's crazy. They keep coming out of this thing. I kept this going all this time. Oh my God, if I had a port city here, all these barbarians would have destroyed it a long time ago, but maybe if I was just I'll settle up here and get all that settled, that'd be sweet. But yeah, it's been They've been pumping those out for centuries because we haven't killed this barb camp. Well, we've been making a lot of money off it, you know. Haven't been making any military units because they just kill them. We're getting our siege tower up here. We're getting this core up here. We're getting this builder up there. Maybe take out those woods, make a farm triangle up there. That'd be nice. That'd be good. And we're getting our archers into position to begin to hook up with our knights and our heroes and stuff. We got Arthur up here. I think we'll send him up here. We denounced the guy. Now, what I'm going to do is take these towns, and that is what we're going to do right at the end of this episode. We'll wait for the next episode. We do have knights that we want to get to come out. We want a little bit more help here. Here comes another crossbowman, right? We're going to go total war. So this guy's going to end up in 1 turn. He's going to go to war. Going to end up in 3 turns. Probably got something already coming out there. Builders maybe, or whatever that is. He's going to make a military unit. 32 turns going to make a military unit. 8 turns going to make a military unit. 6 turns going to probably make a military unit. Not everybody has to do it if there's something more urgent that needs to be done. 7 turns we're going to have a killer military unit. We're going to probably end the reign of this. Get an error score for that, so we can take this musketman to wall. We're going to upgrade this guy. We are going to upgrade that warrior. Oh my God, needs 4 more niter. I swear I'm going to upgrade that guy. Now, I might want to also, in my way, say that I understand that, I could play the game a lot faster and save you guys a lot more time if I'd just shut up and play the game. Or at least concentrate on just the game. And not go off on these historical and spiritual and artistic tangents. And even, talking about game design and other stuff. But I would have to ask you to beg my... I would have to beg your indulgence for things like that, because for me, it's not art if it doesn't involve these kind of profound musings. It's not worth my time to do it, because I can play the game, anytime I want, and it's easier because I don't have to talk, and I can, indulge and hang out and just kind of, I don't talk to myself like this when I'm playing. Although I do sometimes role play the voices and stuff like that, I have decided to live on my own, so there's nobody to inconvenience. My apartment is far away from my buddies, and then nobody can hear me out here, even when I play my music. But I don't play loud electric music at night, just my acoustic guitar, and I don't sing loudly if it's late at night, although I do often play at night. There's no one here to inconvenience. In fact, the only people who inconvenience here is the dead, because next door is a funeral home. So there's nobody to bother on having, in the universe's way. Since I believe in that totality of perfection of the universe, it took a little time for it to get around to it, but it created this nice little perfection for me. Because being the person that I am, over the years, it's kind of another benefit of old age is that you can tailor make your experience after a while for yourself. I got this beautiful job, these great friends, this nice place to live, and it just fits me, it just fits me. And makes me happy. And I think that hopefully spills over in my enjoyment of things like this game. Good old Sid Meier's Civilization 6 by Firaxis Games. All the artists and professors and historians and, even mythologists and literary people all coming together to make this game. And it's sometimes when you watch the credits roll, like on a film production or something, you realize just how many people have to cooperate to do that. And from my theater days, I can tell you it's not easy to do that if you're not paying the people tons of money to do it. Their personal problems become the most important thing that you deal with. If you are paying them a lot of money, those personal problems are put aside for the sake of the paycheck. And so sometimes I can see where in Hollywood you got a lot of money to spend, you can get this stuff done without all the problems, because people will keep them on the back burner. Sending my missionary up there to reconvert Bologna to the obvious wisdom of Taoism. And we will preach the Taoism to Bologna in hopes that it will give up its Hinduistic ways. I mean, it's quaint Hinduism, but if someone is increased without depriving others, there is no blame. Perseverance brings good fortune. It furthers one to undertake something. One obtains servants, but no longer has a separate home. There are people who dispense blessings to the whole world. Every increase in power that comes to them benefits the whole of mankind, and therefore does not bring decrease to others. Through perseverance and zealous work, a man wins success and finds helpers as they are needed. But what he accomplishes is not a limited private advantage. It is a public good and available to everyone. There's a little synchronicity for you. Just opened up my beloved I Ching that I've had since 1976 when I first became aware of its existence, a book of wisdom, the book of changes. And, of course, it's apropos. I think that's the book that George Harrison opened up and saw Gently Weeps. That inspired him to write My Guitar Gently Weeps, one of my favorite songs. Really fun to play on the guitar. A minor, and you bring the bass down. It's fun. Took me a long time to learn it, but might be one of my songs of the month coming up one of these months. So subscribe to my channel. Share the video to gamer friends you think might like it and get a kick out of it. You can make a comment. You can hit the like button. You can hit the bell. I did them in reverse order this time. I always do them the other way around. Did you notice that? And you can have a great time wherever you are, and I hope you do. Remember, I love you just the way you are. Don't go changing whatever you do. Do not change. Of course, change is the only constant thing in the universe, but don't you dare do it. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.